Hello beautiful, I'm super excited to be here with you today because I have a great topic for you, and that is 4 wellness non-negotiables to create a mindful ritual so you can balance your hormones without having to change a lot in your daily routine. And I love this topic because we all think that in order to actually feel a change, we need to change a million things. We need to start eating like a ton of vegetables and a ton of grilled chicken to feel better. And usually the less you do, the better it's gonna be for you. So I love these wellness non-negotiables. I practice them every single day. I usually share them with the women I work with because, as I said, there are little things you can incorporate in your everyday to feel better. Okay, not only to balance your hormones but also to feel better. So this is gonna work for you whether, again, you're trying to balance your hormones or you're just trying to get into a healthier routine. We're getting closer to the end of the year, so maybe you want to start the next year with more energy and feeling better, and these 4 non-negotiables are going to be great for you. Okay, so before we get started, I don't know if we've met before, but hello, my name is Maria. I'm a certified nutritional practitioner, aka a holistic nutritionist, and I help women sync nutrition and their menstrual cycle so they can live their best life. That's exactly what I do. But again, this topic is one of my favorites because it's very easy to incorporate in your everyday. So let's get started. Number 1 is mindset. Okay, so if you're here, you're probably very familiar on mindset, on setting intentions. But what I find is that we usually set an intention of what we want in life or how we want our day to go. The intention and the mindset I'm talking about is geared towards your health, something you want to feel in your body and start feeling it. So for example, your energy has been down lately, so your intention can be, have more, energizing foods in order to boost my energy for the rest of the day. Or maybe you feel a little dehydrated because you haven't had time to drink a whole ton of water. So maybe your intention can be drinking more water in order to feel hydrated and to have more energy, because hydration does give you energy, right? So your intention has to be geared to your health. And I want you to write it, whether it's a post-it, a reminder in your phone, somewhere you can see it all day long, right? So for example, what I do is I write it in a post-it and I put it in my screen because I work a lot in the computer. That way, every time I remember, I look down and I can see my mindset or my intention for the day, and that motivates me to achieve that, right? So this intention can change daily depending on your body. You know, our body has different needs every single day. So it can be different every day, or it can be the same for the week or for the month, depending where you want to get to. If it's a larger goal and your intention should maybe last the whole month, but if it's a smaller goal, maybe it can change daily. Again, body awareness is the key. So focus on what your body needs in this moment, what you need in this moment, and I want you to write that down. So that's your mindset, okay? Then number 2, which is for me obviously the most important and the one that I'm going to take longer explaining, is nourishment. Nourishment is number 1 because as we nourish our spirit and our soul, we need to nourish our body through the food we eat, right? So nourishment, I'm going to share with you my routine. It's easy and you can start adapting it to your routine in order to start feeling better. Again, it's not only for your hormones, but it's for your entire body, because again, the hormones pretty much dictate everything that happens in our body, okay? So what I usually do is I start my day with warm lemon water. If you're here, I know you're into health and you might have heard this before or not, but the benefit that warm lemon water has on an empty stomach, by the way, is to help promote digestion. So it fires up your digestion first thing in the morning, but it also helps cleanse your liver, helps detox your liver, because while you rest, your body tissues renew, repair, and there's a lot of body waste created at night, right? So if you start your day giving your liver a boost to help get rid of these toxins and you fire up digestion, this is the best combination to get rid of those toxins in the morning, right? So those are the two things. And also, third thing, it's gonna help you boost your immune system because lemon is loaded with vitamin C. So, and not only that, but it's great for the skin too. So who doesn't want to have glowing skin, right? So these three benefits are amazing for you to start your day. So why warm lemon water? Because when you drink something cold first thing in the morning, you're gonna constrict digestion. So it's gonna have kind of like the opposite effect versus starting with warm. Now, why don't we start with coffee? That's a whole topic for another day, but coffee actually dehydrates you. So you want to rehydrate your body after, I don't know how many hours you slept, but those hours you didn't drink water, right? So that is really important for your overall health. And by starting with warm lemon water, because you're starting to move things and get rid of toxins, then you're gonna notice that you're gonna have more energy throughout the day. So that's number one. Number two, it's very important to start your day with a wholesome breakfast. I know some of us have very busy lives. We don't have time to make an avocado toast in the morning, for example. So we need something easy and ready to go, right? Because sometimes like that busyness keeps us away from having breakfast, from nourishing our body. And the first thing you put in your body is going to determine how you feel the rest of the day. So that's why I really encourage to have a very wholesome breakfast. So how do you have a wholesome breakfast? It's actually pretty easy, and sorry for that if you can hear my dog barking, she's crying a lot. But how do you do that? Well, number one, protein. Protein, which is super important to keep you full for longer, for your muscles, for your hormones. So that's one thing I want you to include. Number two, healthy fats. Healthy fats are perfect for brain health, for your skin, for your hormones as well, because a lot of hormones come from fat, from cholesterol, you know. So when you incorporate healthy fat, you're not only going to be promoting a better health for your cells, but also you're going to make sure it keeps you full for longer periods of time without having a blood sugar roller coaster, which that again can sabotage our hormones and our body in a big way. Okay, so two. And then number three, fiber. Fiber, again, it's super important since you are promoting a better digestion with your warm lemon water. You want that fiber to trap those toxins to get a better elimination, right? So those three things are super important to include first thing in the morning. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna share with you my favorite smoothie. Okay, so it's just very easy. It's something you can make and get ready and have ready even the night before if you want to. I highly suggest it's kind of fresh, but if not, you can. If you can't, then it's perfect if you leave it ready. So it's very easy. You soak oats, as many oats as you want. I usually do half a cup, but if I'm like more hungry, then I can do a full cup. So you soak them overnight or for a couple of hours before you do your smoothie. I highly suggest if you do it in the morning, then just leave them soaking in the night and then have it ready for the morning. So once it's morning, you get rid of that water and then you add new water to that smoothie. I usually use a protein powder. So if you're vegan, you can use a vegan protein powder. If you're not, you can choose, my point is you can choose any protein powder that you want. I highly suggest is vanilla. Even though I'm a chocolate lover, vanilla goes really good with this smoothie. And try to make sure that your protein powder doesn't have a lot of sugars added. I usually use Isopure, zero carb, and I find that it works amazing. Or I also, if you're in the States, I use Organifi's vanilla protein powder because that one is really great too. It's non-GMO, no soy, it's vegan, it's organic, so it's actually a really good option. So that we have oats, which are fiber, and it's loaded with the vitamins, which is really good for your period and for your cycle and hormones. And then number 2, we're having the protein. And number 3, our healthy fat can be in nut butter. So it can be almond butter. I usually suggest almond butter, but peanut butter works great. I love peanut butter, so there we go. And it also contains a little bit of protein. Then you add water, ice, and in your is it called in NutriBullet, sorry, the NutriBullet, the Ninja, the blender, whatever you have, you can blend it and have a smoothie ready. The amount of water and ice, it's up to you, depending how thick or how light you want your smoothie to be. And that's it. That's the way you can start a very your morning with a very nutritious meal that's gonna help you maintain that balance throughout the day. So that's the thing. Now, if having a wholesome breakfast and lemon water maybe doesn't suit your life, or it's not something that you're looking for, then again, with the body awareness, you're going to be working with your mindset. Then I want you to add something to your daily routine that's going to help you to that goal, right? So like, again, we're going to go to the water. Maybe you don't drink a lot of water, so your intention of the day is going to drink more water in order to keep your body hydrated. Then for nourishment, what you can do is like actually add that water into your routine, right? Like if you have 500 milliliters, maybe you should bump it to one liter and do that for a week, and then the next week maybe you go to 1.2 and so on. So again, it depends on what your body needs, but it is really important to start your day with a wholesome breakfast. Okay, just keep that in mind, but again, geared it towards what you want. That's nourishment. Then the third one, sorry about my dog, he doesn't stop crying. There's doing some work outside and he just doesn't stop. But anyhow, number 3 is movement. Okay, you're here, you're probably a yogi, and you probably try to move your body in like throughout the day. So this is super important because we tend to sit a lot, and a lot of our work is in a computer or like anything that includes sitting, right? So it's really important to stretch your body at least once a day. So some yoga practices that you find inside this Mystic Members Club would be amazing, or even if it's a brisk walk, anything with nature, it's also amazing and very nourishing, even though we're in movement, but everything is towards nourishing our body. So even like some walks or like some workouts, whatever you need, whatever you're used to, but move your body at least once a day. Honestly, the best thing is to do an hour, but I know sometimes we can't. So even if it's 15 minutes, it counts as movement. Maybe you don't have time through your day, but you work in a building, so you use the stairs depending how high you are, right? Or how much exercise you want to do, right? So anything that adds movement to your body, it's also going to help circulation, it's going to help your lymphatic system, it's going to help you stretch your muscles, and also it's going to help you get rid of some waste by doing so. It's super, super important, okay? Again, it doesn't have to be anything strenuous, it doesn't have to be a HIIT training or anything like that. Just make sure you move your body every single day. And then number 4, which is going to be our self-care. And again, if you're here, I know you may hold space for self-care or not too. That's totally valid, but it's something I think we should do every single day. Again, whether it's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, whatever you can set aside for self-care, that counts a ton. And I'm going to talk about the science behind self-care. Okay, so it's really important to practice these because we are exposed to everyday stressors, whether it's at home, at work, in a relationship, even just watching the news, social media, all that stresses our body. Whether we are aware or not, we're exposed to that. And like an analogy I love is like you wake up with an empty glass, right? But then you watch the news, you go to social media, you get to work, you get, I don't know if you have kids, whatever, and that cup starts filling with all these stressors until it overflows and it actually changes our mood and everything, right? So this stress in these full glass, what it's going to do is going to raise our cortisol levels. Cortisol is our stress hormone. And when it's constantly elevated, it definitely sabotages our blood sugar, our hormones, and our overall health. So when you hold space for practicing self-care, you're going to help lower this cortisol naturally. And by lowering this cortisol naturally, then everything else is going to slowly gonna balance, okay? So that's in a nutshell what the cortisol and the stress does to your body and why it is so important to practice self-care. So good practices of self-care can be legs up the wall, restorative yoga, or if you're not like into that, or maybe you are but you don't have time for that, just do something you love, whether it's like painting, singing, dancing, as Sierra is always dancing. That's amazing for like self-care and for lowering that cortisol level. I don't know if I said singing already. You can do, or you can just watch the show you love, something that maybe it's not stressful, right? Because I was just watching The Last Kingdom and it's extremely stressful. So like something that it's not going to cause stress to your body and that is just going to make you smile and be happy. Maybe it's just like spending time with your family, holding your kids, holding your partner, whatever it is that helps you create those endorphins that are going to contrast the cortisol levels that everyday stressors can create. So those are the things, the 4 non-negotiables. So let's just do a quick summary. Number 1, mindset. Start your day with an intention that is geared towards your health. Number 2, nourishment. Start your day with warm lemon water and with a nourishing breakfast that includes protein, fiber, and healthy fat. And if that doesn't suit you, then just pick something that you know is going to be good for you and it's going to nourish your body. Number 3 is going to be movement. Remember, you need to move your body, stretch your body. And number 4, self-care. Okay, remember, we need to lower that cortisol because that cortisol can really affect our health in many ways, including our hormones, our cycle, our blood sugar management. Okay, so those are my 4 wellness non-negotiables. I hope they can be really helpful for you. If you watched my last class then about seed cycling, you can totally include the seed cycling into nourishment, and that's something you can do to really help with your cycle, with your hormones, and with your overall health. Okay, if you have any questions, do not hesitate to send me a direct message. I'm always hanging out on Instagram. Here's my handle, or you can send me an email. Here's my email. Any questions that you have, I would happily answer them for you. Okay, so I hope this was helpful, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!